I'm Addison Texter, and this is The Morning Show. Good morning, Pine School. I've got a bit of an unusual show for you this week. Donald and Anthony are not here. I'm not in our beautiful high-tech studio, and most unusual of all, we are not all back on campus. Since we last saw each other, quite a bit has changed, and we have made the move to remote learning. Woo! Now, remote learning and all that it entails can be kind of confusing and murky, so I'll have our guest of the week, Mrs. Caffrey, clear it up for us. Mrs. Caffrey, how would you describe a normal day for a student in the next coming weeks?
Addison, thank you so much for inviting me onto the Weekend Update to be your guest. So, these questions, and gosh, a normal day of remote learning. So, I hope that a normal day of remote learning is a great mix of some video conference time with teachers and classmates, a little bit of breakout time to do your own work, maybe catch up on something around the house you need to do. I really hope that remote learning ends up feeling fun and enjoyable, but also a little challenging. We've got some time to think differently about our classes and maybe, expand our repertoire of what's typical when we think about how we learn. Um, we're going to start a little later. That should be really nice. 9 o'clock start for upper school.
What does testing look like from home?
Testing from home. That is going to be a challenge. It's one that teachers here are sorting out, and so is the College Board. So lots of people thinking about this one. Testing from home, I guess if a teacher really wanted a class to take a quiz or take a test, they could watch you take it on Zoom or on Google Meets and just check in and make sure that you are taking it authentically and that your work would be your own. I would guess over the coming weeks here with remote learning, students have some different ways to show teachers what they know and to also monitor their own learning. That's really my hope.
Does homework still exist? Last.
Homework still existing. That is the existential question of the moment. So it's funny. I don't know that we'll have anything but homework, right? Because we'll all be at home working. In all seriousness, I think we'll see the lines blur between what we consider classwork and what we consider homework. If you're asking whether or not students are going to have some things they need to do on their own in between class meetings, I think in all likelihood they will.
Lastly, are there any pieces of advice or instruction you'd like to give us?
Advice. Yeah. So I think at the core of our remote learning experience here at the Pine School needs to be the connections we still maintain with our teachers and our classmates. Whenever we ask anyone about the Pine School and what they appreciate most about it, they will speak about the community and say it feels like a family. And I want us to hold on to that through remote learning. So students, please remember your teachers are a phone call away, they're a quick email away, we can see each other online, and you should still be connecting with your classmates, not meeting them in person, of course, because we all want to do what's right and good for public health, but we can still stay connected to each other and we can still keep our community strong. So let's do it all together. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you, Ms. Caffrey. Students, before you start class, I would like to tell you how bummed I am that I won't be able to see you all as much as I'd like to this next month. Sure, school from the comfort of my home is convenient, and yes, my dogs seem to be able to tolerate me a bit more than my teachers, but I'll miss our quick interactions while passing in the hall. The shared laughs in class, the sunny days in the breezeway, the structurally unsound furniture in the senior lounge, the games out on the front and back field, and the energetic morning greetings from Joe. I'm sure most of you share these same feelings. Seniors, I hope we will be able to experience it all before we pack things up and head out for good. Now, as for the morning show and our few dedicated viewers, love you guys, I will try to figure out a way to get Donnie and Anthony back on your screens each week. I just haven't quite figured out how. Now, put on your shirts, your blazers on Tuesday, maybe, I don't know. Just have a nice class, guys. See you around.